The fact that the environment is shifting so quickly, the fact that technology and increasing global interconnection economically is changing the workplace, that really does put a premium on the ability of students to adapt to change and uncertainty. Kids are going to change not only jobs, they're going to change careers, and they will probably do so multiple times in their lifetimes. And so the challenge for us really is to help prepare kids for that kind of a future, that kind of an environment.
The learning outcomes that we have in mind for our students are not about content. The learning outcomes that we have for our students are modes of thinking, ways of being in the world. As we do more collaborative work, old-fashioned classrooms stop being the right space for students.
That's what's going on in the major universities right now. They're building these types of facilities that are collaborative. They're bringing different disciplines together into one space. They're working in giant teams. That's what's going on in corporations. So these walls and separations, it doesn't serve our students to maintain that. They need a space where they can cross over those barriers and make these connections.
So the function of libraries has shifted pretty dramatically alongside with the way in which we teach and the kind of problems we're trying to prepare students to address. What we're really looking for and hoping to create is a space that reflects those new needs.
Innovation has been part of our need since we were founded in 1841. So really the Academy Learning Commons is part of that continued innovation of our school. This is just the next iteration of what can we do, what do our students need to function in the 21st century.
You need skills to do things, and that's what people often think about when they think of traditional learning. But the real question is, can you contextualize those skills in a way that gives meaning to the people involved? And when you put people on teams and you give them real life projects and you expose them to all kinds of technology and to food and to land and to research and to genealogy, the things that they're learning have meaning. When things have meaning to people, they remember them. That's what the Academy Learning Commons can do.
A lot of the spaces within the building are designed in such a way to really engage students in problem solving. And ultimately, makerspaces allow that to happen because students are trying to solve this problem. They're trying to figure out how to engineer this solution. And the tangibility of that makes learning really compelling.
So for the Academy Learning Commons and what it is to be, part of that is the gathering, right? It's the gathering of our partners, of our collaborators, of our community leaders, where people can come and gather and share ideas from all around our community. And I see the ability to have more avenues to engage our youth and to engage our students in ways that inspire them about being of service to our community.
So this particular Learning Commons project is really going to be about building on what works. So we will still have books within our library, we'll still have top-notch librarians, and within the archives we have not only the history of the school, but right next door to us is our design technology department.
The engineering lab, then the emergent technology lab and the associated computer science labs are designed to be highly flexible and constantly have the newest technology in there. But we know that the machines and the tech is going to keep changing all the time. So the critical thing is that the kids understand fundamentals, like where do the materials come from? Where are they going to be in 5 years when you're done using them? How will that add to or take away from current problems? And then how do we wrap it in a forward-looking educational context that gives kids a chance to have an ethical framework around it? If we ignore that and we just teach to build, you end up exactly where we are right now. And this is especially important around things like sustainability and fabricating things that are part of the future.
The kitchen lab that will be in the Academy Learning Commons, we're not trying to cultivate chefs. Food is just the medium. Food brings us together. Food allows us to create this arena of creative, collaborative, imaginary time what we can accomplish in the kitchen lab is an easier way to galvanize INA-based learning. If we are to be agents of change, we need to model what a compassionate, empathetic community looks like. And I think that spaces like the Academy Learning Commons are part of that large picture of achieving that.
I think ultimately what the past 30 years has driven home is just how profoundly interconnected everybody's fates and futures are. And that's where I think Punahou's mission has to come into bearing. This is part of building legacy, helping students ultimately have an experience that allows them to make those enduring contributions, such that we look back at that and we say, look what we achieved together, look what we built, look what we made possible. That's something that the Learning Commons can do. That's why this project, I think, can really change the game.